mine, so then there's...
You always say that. My head is not bigger than yours.
I should wear my Save Jamie
Let's
shirt.
put our heads right side by side and see whose head's bigger. Okay. I think your head's bigger than mine. Oh. You know what I always find interesting is your coloring to mine. I've always thought that's interesting.
Really?
You're very red.
I was red.
Why? You're angry.
I'm so pissed off all the time. God.
Jamie!
Oh, gee whiz. Darn it.
Oh my gosh. I am very fair.
My arm's even red.
You are very red. So I have red eyebrows. The skin has always been red my whole life. And so if I don't wear makeup, which I haven't had any for like a week, people will comment about my eyebrows. Cooper has the same
You're not
thing.
wearing any makeup?
Just eye makeup. I don't have any in and out. But Cooper has the same red skin on his eyebrows.
Good story.
Well, it's weird. It's weird that we both have that, I think. Do you think it's weird? It's not rosacea. It's not like...
He's your kid.
Jamie, did you guys catch the Vikings game on Sunday night?
I did watch it on Monday.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Actually, it's the first game that I watched. I watched most of the game, actually. It was good.
Well, and what was really wonderful is that Harbor came out as a diehard Vikings fan, our 5-year-old. It was because some kids wear Vikings gear to school.
Yeah, I saw the kids at school. All his buddies wore Vikings stuff, so then he got roped into that.
Well, and so, yeah, now he's a football player. He wears football gloves. Well, he alternates costumes. He's probably been in 5 different costumes tonight, but he wears football gloves and carries Vikings football. And
he couldn't find the football. He lost it.
It's probably... Harbor is like the funniest human I've ever met.
The messiest kid ever.
He is like Pigpen from
He's
Charlie
always
Brown.
messing with stuff. Like that thing he brought up here. I don't even know where it came from.
He just said to me upstairs, he goes, Mama, can we go to the Vikings game on Sunday? And I was like, no, it's really expensive. And he's like, all my friends go. And I'm like, no, they don't.
I think it's his Lambo.
I will go to that game. Someone said that you should have your blood pressure checked.
Oh, I have. Thanks.
I have a really funny story. Can I tell one of your medical stories? So
one of my medical, like, how many do I have?
So,
Sure.
In our most stressful days, which is kind of funny because life has gotten way more stressful since then, Jamie thought he was having a heart attack. We took it very seriously. We had his parents come over.
Jason did.
Oh, Jason, his brother-in-law, he was too cheap to pay for an ambulance. So I drove him to, was it Regions?
Yeah.
Scary neighborhood.
That's not bad.
Get out of town.
It's not even like housing near there.
Okay. So we walk into the emergency
Country
room,
girl.
and I said, my husband thinks he's having a heart attack. And you know what she said to me straight-faced? Please fill out these forms.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So we went and sat down, and it was dicey. Whatever.
Oh, the clientele in the ER? Yeah, that was dicey.
Yes. Okay, so we sat there for a long time, and then they bring you in these triage rooms that are like all glass. There's like 2 or 3 triage rooms. So they bring you in to like determine like your need for emergent care. And they put the blood pressure cuff on him. And what was the number? I never know blood pressure numbers, but they thought he was dying. It was so high.
Oh, yeah, my heartbeat was like insane. I don't know what it was.
And they had him like shirt off, wheeled back. Nurses were like on him, like performing things. He was just having a panic attack.
The only one I ever had, really.
Yeah. And so, yes, it was an interesting visit. And they're like, good luck, bye. Lower your stress level, sir.
Then I think after that I went and got some other stuff checked out.
We went to the heart clinic.
Yeah, I went to the heart clinic.
NAS.
I got an echo.
Nasser.
Remember, I was like 38 or 39 because they didn't want to give me an echo because they said, we don't do them till you're 40.
But you were healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Healthy as a horse, like an ox, built like an ox.
Built like an ox, like a farm tool.
Just can't handle the stress of children. And wait, we've had another
That was
children.
when Cooper was crazy.
We can't say that. We can use spirited. Cooper was
Spirited.
spirited. I should work that into my presentations. I've never even told that story. And then you should just focus on me and the stress that I was under dealing with all of you yahoos.
When? That day?
Every day of my life.
Oh.
And then now...
Stress becomes normal.
You wouldn't believe the stress that we're under. We just have learned to live with it. Yeah. It's not healthy. We're not recommending this. No.
Mm-hmm.
Someone asked what the kids are going to be for Halloween.
I don't know what sort is. He has the costume.
Like medieval doctor. It's like the bird mask. It reminds me of that, what's that one that we watched?
Playing keyboard on your forehead?
You know that
More?
series we watched that started...
You're citing more?
More. Help. All done. You know, the one that started with... The series that we watched that started with Jessica Biel. And that guy we like. Come on, people. And then it was a series. It's like a thriller... Remember she...
Hemlock Grove?
No! Come on,
But
guys.
ever seen that one?
Hemlock Grove is the worst show ever.
I loved it.
It made no sense. We stuck with The Sinner, Sarah Rudder for the win.
Sinner. Yeah.
In the last season, they wore those bird masks. Or one of the seasons, remember?
It wasn't the last one, but yeah.
Yeah.
They were like doing rituals.
That's what Sawyer is. We went to...
What is that? We still don't know what that is.
We still don't know what it is.
It's like,
we went to the coolest store I've ever been to, Spirit Costumes. That store is amazing. We picked that out tonight. A quick $66 later. Here we are. Harbor's costume, he does 4 or 5 different costumes a day. Plague Doctor. Thank you, Megan. That's what his costume is called. She is right.
how would somebody know that? That's amazing.
Megan's amazing. And then Cooper is, I put into the Amazon, my mom always says the Pinterest, the Facebook. So I put it into the Amazon, Thomas train conductor, and there is a Thomas train conductor. It's like a conductor outfit with an actual Thomas on it. He wore it for 7 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get pins to that. Just remember, because it's like the straps are like costumes are cheap, so it's just Velcro here.
He did not like. He's not really a big Halloween guy. He wants to jump to Christmas, so we'll walk to maybe like one house, and then he hands out candy with Grandpa at our house.
I don't know who's coming this year. Grandpa, right?
Yeah, because Grammy had her knee replaced today.
Grammy got a new knee today. Bionic Grandma.
She called us like 9:30. She's like, "I'm done." We're like, "What?"
Knee replacements are insane now. Like, it would take like 2.5 hours, and you walk on it that day, and she's home. She's home by 2:30 today. She was there. She had to be there at 6:30.
I think it was 5. I think Grandpa Doug's at 5:30.
We had to get up at 5:30.
Oh,
but that's insane to me.
a new knee. I would think that would be a tough healing process.
I think that incision would be. What are you doing? I just shut off all the lights down there.
Harbor's going downstairs to do something.
Thank
What are you going to get?
One
One Mario
Mario Kart.
Kart? It's bedtime.
He just shrugged his shoulders and walked upstairs. It's like, you guys are busy, so what are you going to do? He's like, yeah, I'm not going to listen to you.
Harbor, his worst trait, because he is like sunshine boy, is he brings toys upstairs. He brings everything up from our toy room.
Everything.
And he treasures it for like a whole 45 seconds, and then he's like, oh, the next thing.
You see the room's getting out of hand downstairs?
Winnie right now, so Winnie's going to be Butterfly. I ordered her costume from Pottery Barn. I splurged.
You
Because
still have like sloth costume somewhere?
so we have to dress up. So you can be the sloth, and I'll be the...
I need a mask though.
I'll be the unicorn.
Do they have a sloth mask at that place?
Oh, I'm sure. Winnie's costume is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It has like more tulle than you could ever imagine.
It's
ridiculous.
You went overboard times 10.
Anything worth doing is worth overdoing.
Looks like a professional costume. Like it wasn't $14, was it? Suit not.
But it was on sale. So
yeah, because they like to put them on sale before they right before Halloween.
It's a little discount.
Like the only time they can make their money.
So the reason that I like to get, there's a Halloween parade at the baby
There
school.
you go. Maybe I'll throw on the old baseball pants. I still got my UMD baseball jersey.
You could be a baseball player.
Yeah, hat doesn't fit anymore.
Jamie has lost a little weight recently.
Oh.
I bet you could squeeze into it. Tight.
Where did I weigh back then?
Oh, 165.
I was when I graduated high school.
So Jamie's dad, for the first 5 years that I knew him, every time he would see me, he would tell me, Jamie really looked best at 165. And I'm not joking. He said that all the time. And I'm like, Jamie's an adult grown man.
He just cares. Just cares. He wants me to be healthy, thin, thinner.
What's that from that movie? Like, hop on the scale. We're not telling you to lose weight. Just take the number and just minus it.
I'm knocked up.
We can't.
Whatever it is, just take 5 off.
We can't legally tell you to lose weight, but if you could just tighten.
Tighten up.
Story of my life.
Tighten up.
Jamie, you'd give people panic attacks if you're What year did you graduate high school, Jamie?
97.
Jamie recently switched his cell phone to T-Mobile, and tell them what they asked you. This is the highlight of my life.
No.
Yes.
She wanted to know if I was eligible for the 55 plus discount. That's what shit my pants. Like I'm 45. That's way off.
It brought me so much joy. And then finally he started eating healthier and maybe making a few minor changes.
That girl was a shyster though. She promised me the world and I didn't get any of it.
She thought you were a senior.
Yeah. She told me I was going to get free Netflix and free Apple TV and I got none of it.
That's how they suck you in.
She lied. Yeah, and I figured it out. So the store that I went to, it was like an independently owned T-Mobile. And then I had to go over to the T-Mobile corporate store, and they were so mad because those guys at the other store just do whatever the hell they want.
Every time Jamie talks, I want to say, riveting content, Jamie. Riveting
content.
Jamie has an Instagram page, and he shares one photo a month. And one time he shared a picture of him doing his insurance.
Continuing education.
And so I laugh out loud about this. And someone commented, riveting content, Jamie. Riveting content.
Riveting content. Yes, that was. I should try to do one a day.
An Instagram post?
Yeah.
I don't understand Instagram. I share lots of stuff on Instagram.
Should I do them brushing my teeth in the morning? People like that stuff, right? Look at me brushing my teeth. And I'll have my shirt off, but I'll just do it from here up. That's what Instagrammers do.
Someone said, how did you two meet? That's a really good question. Do you want to tell it? Because it's really funny when you tell it. I was young and beautiful.
I was a mature middle. I must have been 27 or 28.
Because when did we meet? He's 5 years older than me.
You were probably 22.
No.
Yeah, you just graduated. You're doing an internship
At Wells Fargo Bank. Speaking of shysters.
You were doing an internship. How old do you think you were? 23?
Well, 2006. How old was I? I was born in 83. 18, 19, 20, 21, 23. I was 23. Math is my thing. That's why I worked at a bank. Stop sexting. Who are you sexting?
My buddies are sending me pictures of deer.
Okay, that's riveting content, Jamie.
Riveting
content.
Here, I'll show it. My buddy's house.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, look at the deers.
Okay, I don't want to look at the deer.
Shot all
right now.
these.
Okay.
Gotta be single. There's no way you'd have time to do that.
Okay, so I was an intern at Wells Fargo Bank. I had graduated from college, and I didn't know what I didn't know what this is him. He's not looking at women. He's looking at deer heads. Show them. Literally deer heads. Okay, you like my mother here. It's like FaceTiming grandma. So I took an internship at Wells Fargo Bank because I didn't know what I wanted to do. And it paid. And I also waitressed. And I sat at the front desk, and I had the job of bringing the people back. There's how many bankers were there?
There was a ton back then. That was when we were
in the heyday. Yeah. And
probably in that branch we had 8 or
9. And the people that bought me drinks and took me out got the good clients. The people that were mean and crabby and yelled at me and went like this when I went on my lunch, they got notaries.
Notaries?
They got the notaries.
Checkbook balancing.
Checkbook balancing.
God.
Yes. I would do a lot of things to be mean to Jamie. I once put a carton of milk under his desk that was spoiled. I once put a glamour shot. Who was the photo of? It was an 8x10 of a woman in his cubicle. And then, this is in our book, by the way. You should buy our book. We have a book. Well, I have a book. He hasn't read it.
I listened to it.
On the audio.
And I realized it was my life.
He had to sign a legal contract for it to be, which is why I'm fascinated with this Britney Spears book and just all this stuff's coming out about Justin Timberlake, because he had to sign off. He had to sign a release that he wouldn't sue me. So
it's not that she's lying, but
it doesn't matter.
It's because we're married and it's about our kids.
No, I had a lot of stories, so I had to change people's names. You have to be by the book or they can sue you. Whatever. So
I'm sure her book company was like, "Oh, we don't care. Let them sue us." Do
you want to know a fun fact? I had 14 or 15,000 pre-sales of my book, which is a lot. The Prince Harry book had 3 million pre-sales. Britney Spears book had 9 million pre-sales. That's $256 million. That's insane. That is insane. So...
With that being said,
pivot.
She just doubled her net.
We met up at a softball tournament. Softball? At Sunsets. And the rest of the team didn't show up. And Big Sexy here was wearing his white baseball pants.
Big Sexy.
And we had a beer together. Beers. And then we went to a Josh Turner concert.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Josh Turner at Black Bear Casino.
And here we are now, 4 kids later.
Jesus.
I don't think Jamie could ever have imagined the happiness and joy that was ahead of him. Those shots of tequila, what they were going to get you.
Where's the tequila at?
Or isn't there tequila at?
Downstairs. You want me to get it?
Yeah. No. Tracy said, I miss Sunset. Do you know Sunsets?
Oh, yeah. I used to have a lot of fun out there.
Black Bear has great crab legs. True.
Sunset's sold. Some people from the range of it now. It's called something else.
So I actually do have a question for you. Are you ready for the hard-hitting journalistic questions?
No, I'm just reading here.
Oh. So.
Oh, no. She's talking about Sunsets in Woodbury. That was a long time ago.
We're talking about Sunset in Duluth, Minnesota. The big scandal here in Woodbury right now is Cowboy Jack's Famous Dave's closed. Anyone else on the Nextdoor app? It is, speaking of riveting content, people are very upset.
They are.
That our Famous Dave's closed.
They should be.
The food was bad.
I think both those places were going downhill, and then they combined it.
The sinking ships tried to sink together. Sunsets in Woodbury was where the swingers hang out.
Oh.
Where was? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you betcha.
You betcha. Where was it?
Swingers. I don't think I was living here then, but
That sounds exhausting. Every time I hear about swinging, I say
it's over right where Canes is now.
sounds exhausting.
They actually tore it down and put in a mall. What? Riveting content.
That must be why we. Teresa, you dirty girl. Okay, so here's my hard-hitting journalistic question.
Whoa. Let's get serious.
Oh.
Let's talk about sunsets more. Swingers and red dresses.
So you divorced and remarried, says Audrey.
Yeah.
And I have threatened a divorce multiple times, and he says I can't do it twice.
You look like a fool.
It's like a double jeopardy. You can't ever seen that movie? I talk about movies all the time with Ashley Judd. Great movie. You can't get charged. You can't get in trouble.
Can't get charged twice
for the same crime. Dang it. Love seeing you two interacting together. People,
well, thank you.
If I don't show you for a long time, people think that you're like chained up in the basement.
Might as well be. Chained up changing diapers. And what else do I do around here? Go to the grocery store.
When is the last
Laundry.
time? Oh, good grief.
Vacuum.
Good grief. You haven't used the carpet scrubber in weeks.
No, I'm going to hold off that staying on the top of the stairs and see who steps up since I had nothing to do with it.
If Jamie wrote a book, what would it be called?
The Lessons Learned the Hard Way by Jamie.
Lessons Learned the Hard Way. I was thinking my next book should be called Forever After. Because my first book is Forever Boy. It'd be too soon to write it. I'd have to wait till Cooper's older, but Forever After. Wouldn't that be good?
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I'll write a book.
I would love it if you wrote a book.
I will interpret the situation from my eyes.
Do you want to tell them what writing a book was like for you?
It was hard on me. It was real hard on me. Well, this was horrible. It was during COVID. We shut down. I had a couch in front of the hallway so the kids wouldn't bother you. It was hell.
Blink twice if you need help, Jamie.
Thing is, I had an office too, and Katie wouldn't go there and write. She's like, I can't do it. I can't write there.
I couldn't write there. I went to your office.
Comfortable.
I went to your office a few times.
Yeah, because I threatened to off you.
Oh, whoopsies. We don't say whoopsies. Waka waka.
No, I wouldn't.
It's always the husband.
Obviously.
It's always the husband.
That's what you said tonight. It's always the husband. You know that?
There was some news story on about bad things, and I'm like, it's always the husband. It was a mother of four, and I'm like, if I disappear, people.
No, we were getting pretty battle tested there, and then I was like, maybe you should just go to my office and write this book. That way, I don't have to try to defend the house against you.
What's the best thing you love about Jamie?
Oh boy.
What's the thing you love about me?
Oh wow. Your willingness to help.
Help you, our family, or others?
Yeah, all of it.
Really?
Me, the children, your people.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I do try to do that.
You do.
Sometimes to my own expense. Mentally.
Detriment, yeah.
Detriment,
sure.
yeah. We had a picnic. Remember that we had a picnic this summer for families of Coops Troops, my group, and then that night we actually drove to Duluth for. What was it for? Thomas Train. I totally overcommitted. I always do this. I'm nuts. People have to tell me.
Go to two harbors.
I do this all the time. And I've been going through a lot of grief with Cooper, which I'm not to get serious, but I have. Again, I think the second wave of grief. I've been very honest about that with you. Sometimes you forget, but I have. And I cried on the way to this picnic. I bawled, and I was like, I cannot help people. I cannot help people. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like But then it's actually easier to help people than help myself. Does that make sense?
Well, yes, I know what you mean.
Because I can't fix my grief, but
also
I can.
you get a lot of satisfaction from helping people, you know.
Well, yeah,
I
I
do.
love the kids. Like I love all these kids that we've met. Like they're all so quirky and wonderful, and they just bring me
Oh,
joy.
a ton of people.
What do I love most about Jamie? Jamie is a very, very, very great dad.
I was like, any pictures, Winnie? No, Daddy.
Winnie is in a strike against Jamie. So like, if he even looks at her, she's like, "Stop, Dad."
I haven't done. It's so funny.
What else do I love about you? I feel like we recently have come out of a hard stretch of marriage, so it's not that I don't have things that I super love about you. I'm being honest. But some of those are just like, whoa, in my head.
Oh, wow. Well, I got one, right?
Jamie's really fun. You can be really fun. Yeah. Like, you are a good time guy. He's also, actually, his love language is acts of service.
I love Leah.
It is. It's acts of service. So, like, Jamie, like, takes my vehicle and washes it and puts gas in it, but then he yells at me for not washing it and putting gas in it, but that's neither here nor there. Like, he's very helpful, like, but then also, like, super belittling at the same time. He once bought me a bike, and how many years ago was that?
We live in Two Harbors, so take your pick.
12 years ago.
2007 through 2000.
He's still angry at me that I haven't used the bike enough.
She rode it this summer.
The same with my Apple Watch. But I don't use it enough. So he's the AirPods. If I don't use the gifts enough,
That's not true at all. I knew you wouldn't wear the watch because I know how much of a pain it is to put on the charger every night. And I know you can do that. But you wanted the watch. So you got it.
I do like the watch.
Yeah, when you wear it. Apple Watches are a pain that way, right? You have to charge them every day. It's so annoying.
Jamie, how is it having a daughter after 3 boys?
Honestly, for me, it's no big difference right now. I mean, her and Harvey are very alike right now.
They're best buds.
Yeah, so I think it's just more. The biggest change is going from 3 to 4 because
It almost broke us.
Harbor.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have anything to do right now because Sawyer's like, nah, you're 5, I'm 10. Cooper can be fun for a few minutes. They used to go down to the toy room together actually and destroy it, and they just laugh and throw stuff around. Now the dog just picks on Cooper.
Winnie, I had people that had, when I was pregnant with Winnie and found out I was having a girl, I would get scolded on the internet for like drawing attention to the differences between girls and boys. Like I don't always do that because people scold me. But I will tell you that Winnie is like night and day different in the way she acts and her mannerisms and than the boys. And all 3 of our boys, all 3 are like bull in china shop. Like bouncing.
Oh, do you think she's some sweet little thing? She got you fooled.
She's just an
She got that.
angel. She's the most perfect. She's sleeping in a bed tonight. She's sleeping in a bed. She's so good. She's just lovely. Just lovely. Yeah, I'm pretty thankful that I got. I mean, it almost killed us. They're there. Often, if we get in a fight, Jamie's go-to thing is, "You wanted her."
You deal with
it. He legit thinks that I tricked him into a 4th pregnancy. That's going to be in the book, in the tell-all. You're smiling because you know it's so ridiculous. I didn't trick you. I didn't trick him. I didn't. I wouldn't even know how.
Sure.
Okay.
Good story.
Riveting content. But so we're done having kids.
Since taking care of that problem myself.
Without telling me. His mom told me. His mom. Let that sink in. Let it sink. Let it marinate for a minute.
You knew before I was
did
going
not know.
You knew before I went.
Oh, like that. Your mother told me that you were getting a
she
vasectomy.
did
Literally, I can still see her standing by the DVD thing.
Poor Diane's laid up at home right now with a new knee, and you're talking about her? Jesus.
She's like, Jamie's going in for his vasectomy. And I'm like, what? What'd you just say? They made the appointment, him and his mother. You guys are on the phone together? The consult?
I didn't make it with my mother, you nut.
She's like there. Like,
she was in the room.
oh my gosh. I would have had another baby. I've been robbed. I was robbed of a chance to have my complete family. We're totally joking. But he did make the decision without me. I'm a little bitter about it. We're working through it.
I was 44 years old. I think it was time.
I thought one more. How can I talk my husband into a vasectomy? Oh my gosh. Then he got his vasectomy the day before Thanksgiving. I'll never forget, you spent you were in the chair with your frozen peas. We still have them in the freezer.
Something wrong with peas.
But he overdid it. And then you were in pain. Because you're not, it's just like after you have a baby, if you overdo it, it hurts. I mean, childbirth and vasectomy are so similar. Similar on the pain scale, I'm assuming.
Wow. I mean, we both had pain meds, so it wasn't that bad.
I didn't take pain meds after any of my kids.
Well, not after, no. I didn't have pain meds after.
I felt everything when Winnie was born. I'd have 2 epidurals and neither worked. Neither worked.
Good story.
My Winnie birth story is epic. I won't get into it right now, but there was what I like to call the fart heard around the world. Have you seen that part of Elf where he burps and then he's like, "Did you hear that?" It was very similar to that story.
Oh, we should watch Elf.
Oh, we will.
Love Elf.
I would like 5. Maybe we can adopt.
You got a dog.
Oh, that was a terrible idea. The dog was the biggest mistake that we ever made. Don't email me. Don't message me. We love the dog. Tank is part of the family. He is wonderful. But he's the one that almost broke us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's the cleaning up of the poo-poos. the poo-poos. Every time I tell my birth story, my husband tells me to get over it.
Right? God.
Quit complaining.
Yeah. You wanted it. It's a choice.
Winnie hurt so bad that if she would have been in any other of the birth order, I don't know if I would have did it again.
Wait, what?
There's Tank's mom. That damn dog.
They always bring up the dog.
You know, he really pissed me off. He ate all my pumpkins, and that really made me angry. That really just did me in. And he really did Jamie in when he ate 2 steaks off the counter.
Yeah.
That was the end for Jamie.
Yeah.
But he's really good now. He's really good. He's a good dog.
He had a tough time today. It rained all day here, so we couldn't walk him.
He follows us around the house squeaking his ball.
Throw this damn ball, Dad.
And Cooper will throw it for him. So Tank chews on Cooper more than anyone else. He chews on him non-stop. And, like, we'll know. Because, like, Cooper will, like, he'll appease him for a little bit. And then Cooper's non-verbal, but he'll, like, scream. Ah! It's always the same scream. So no matter where we are in the house, we're like, Tank! Stop chewing on Cooper. And Cooper will throw the ball for a while. Now, his new thing is, has he done this to you where he's pointed at Tank and then pointed at the kennel?
No.
He gets so mad at that dog. So funny.
We're in a good routine with him now, though, especially at night. So.
Yeah, I walk him in the morning. I didn't today but he really needs 2 long walks a day. And we just...
What do we do in the winter? Treadmill?
You're going to bundle up and get outside. You're a Midwesterner.
We live in Two Harbors. Katie had this thing where you had to walk the dogs in
I
the
walked
worst
him
weather.
every day to get out of the house and away from him and Cooper. I walk my dogs every night. I walked my dogs in a blizzard at 8 o'clock at night, and Nate Jens was the police officer, and he like did his lights. I'll never forget this. And he pulled over. He's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home." I love my family.
You seem to have to like
Throw the ball down your stairs. Our stairs are dangerous.
He rips up the carpet.
And he rips up the carpet. Yeah.
We'll get him on.
It's Tank. Tanker. Tank. And he is a tank. What else is going on before we hop off? We've been on for, I told you 30. This is Jamie, before he came over here. I was like, we do a video with me. I'm like, people like you. And he's like, this is my alone time. That's what he said. You've really been into sports lately. You've been watching a lot of sports.
A little bit, yeah. Well, it's playoff baseball. The Twins are on. And then, no, I play, I gamble a lot, so it's all my football I have to watch.
Tell the Wisconsin thing. I thought that was super fascinating.
What?
That the online gamble. I mean,
So Minnesota, you can't use and I don't even gamble, so.
He doesn't gamble.
Fantasy football. That's what I do. I forget, DraftKings is the app. So if you are in Minnesota, you can't bet. But if you're in Wisconsin, they track your phone, and then if you're over there, they let you bet.
So people drive across to do it.
Yeah,
I thought that was super
bets.
fascinating. I thought that was really weird. I'm like, oh my gosh, interesting.
Yeah.
What else is going on with you?
Nothing. We got a great day tomorrow.
What about the thing in the driveway? This has been a really big deal for Jamie.
What thing in the driveway? Oh, I got a bagster.
I'm all excited.
Which is a 3-yard dumpster that you can buy at Home Depot. We have Waste Management. I think it's Waste Management picks it up. So we're filling it full of stuff.
I wish I had a sign that said riveting content.
Oh, riveting content. So we got to fill it up. That's our goal by the weekend. So I want to get it picked up and taken out of here before Halloween.
Okay, so when you have 6 people, you wouldn't believe the stuff that you just accumulate. But it's like stuff you can't just throw away. Like an old hot tub cover, and everything we buy gets destroyed. Jamie and Sawyer had a batting cage. A tree fell on it.
Literally like a 30-foot branch.
You weren't here. You
No.
were at the boat. I was here during the storm.
Yeah, I was at the boat. What
But
else is in there? Just toys that get broken and are old. I mean, just stuff. Bunch of crap in the garage.
so we're very excited to throw stuff away. Like, this has been like a very exciting.
Katie's stalling, big time.
I think I may be a little bit. I'm not going to use the word hoarder. I'm going to use the word keeper of the things, of the important things. Keeper of the things that matter.
If you don't use it in a year, it can go.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
Nope.
Good. You could lose it. So yes, we like to throw, or we're in a throwing phase.
Mm-hmm.
Like, an example is when you have 4 children, and someone's going to nod on this, you end up with so many cups, like Lightning McQueen, Monster Jam, like the amount of crap that we have. So I've been going through every day. Like,
old shoes. What's your deal with shoes? You don't ever want to throw shoes away.
well, I feel
the
like
kids just ruin them, and then they grow out of them. It's like a gamble which one
I
happens
have to
first.
keep all of Winnie's shoes because she's my only girl.
Doesn't make any sense. But it's like you don't put them in like a safe spot. They're just like here. It's like, I need to keep those. Okay, well, put them somewhere. Nice.
Sawyer wore those 4 years
It's
ago.
like your wedding dress. I had to move that around tonight. What the
Where do you keep your wedding dress?
Apparently in the garage rafters. I had to move it today.
Do you remember when is it still the same thing when you get married that David's bridal, is that even a store anymore?
Probably not.
They like took your dress and
They clean it. They box it up.
boxed it up. But I actually read an article that they weren't actually really cleaning them. They were just boxing them. It was a big scam.
Oh, jeez.
And I spilled a whole thing of red wine. We had a fun wedding.
That was fun.
What was the name of the place? The Lakeview Castle said it was their booziest wedding ever. Not bougie. Boozy. David's Braille just closed. Gosh, it's heck to get old. Anyhow. But I have my wedding dress. Everyone keeps their wedding
and that
dress.
candle's floating around the garage.
Candle.
The one where we lit together at our ceremony, like, it's just in, like, some random box.
Harbor.
No, this has nothing to do with Harbor.
We put everything on Harbor.
And then I'll turn the corner and be like, there's Bauer's ashes. Now, and I'll
Dog.
look over and, like, there's Chloe's ashes. Like, can't we do something with this stuff? Like, do we need urns? Like, we just have boxes of ashes from our dog. Like, what do we do?
Remember the paw print that we never put in the oven? I eventually threw it away.
Yeah.
Oh,
What do you do with this stuff?
I love that dog. It was one of the only times I've ever seen Jamie cry. The other time was when Cooper broke her 72-inch TV.
True story.
Boozy, Not Bougie is a great title. That is a great title. Trademarked. Yes. Before we hop off, one of the weird things about our life, and this is a Cooper thing, is you could find anything anywhere. Because he used to carry things all over. Remember, like photos and fishing licenses and report cards and driver's license.
Didn't you have your ID forever?
Yeah, I had to fly with my old boss at PBS. Cooper lost my ID.
Didn't you get a new one or something?
Yeah, I had to pay a lot of money.
So I renewed my license on September 12th.
Big deal. I hear about this every day.
And I still don't have it.
I think it probably got lost.
And my paper license is expired. So I am legit illegal again.
He went to the liquor store and this is a while ago. And I don't know if he didn't ever, they went, so T-Mobile thought he was 55 and the liquor store wouldn't sell to him.
Yeah, it was like a big liquor store. So they had like corporate crap. So they had to like scan in the IDs on everyone. And then they were like, well, it's expired. I'm like, yeah.
But I'm still old.
I'm still 45.
Yeah. I live in Minnesota and it took 3 months, said Paula.
Great. I have to fly to Denver next month. Dedication, baby!
Jamie is going to Denver to see the Vikings play.
The Broncos.
That'll be fun. How many buddies are going?
From Minnesota, there's me, 5 of us, and then there's 3 or 4 coming from California.
Where are you staying? In a house? Or hotel?
No, hotel.
You should actually just got like an Airbnb or something.
We looked into it, and it really wasn't a good fit.
A good fit for 8 old dads.
8 middle-aged men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you guys?
We got hooked up with a tailgate party though.
How?
Well, Steven knows a ton of people out there.
You should do like a funny reel where you all like walk like in your dad bods. Like in slow motion.
We probably won't post a picture on social media the whole time we're gone.
You could. You could put it on FCV Father Instagram. Riveting. Okay.
49ers fan was upset about the Vikings.
Who do you want to win in the World Series?
Well, we don't know who's going to be in the World Series. I'm hoping the Phillies get in. And then it'll be the Phillies and the Rangers. I think the Phillies. I don't like Philadelphia, though. I don't like the Eagles.
I heard they are the meanest to the meanest fans.
Yeah.
That is like... Yeah. I've heard stories of like other fans going there and just getting beat up. Yeah.
Everybody's like, Astros, Arizona. 4-2 backs are still winning. All right, it's got to be the 6th or 7th. I don't know. I really wanted the Twins to go, but, you know.
Minnesota sports are terrible.
Yeah. I think the Timberwolves will be decent this year. The Wild are always good, and then they get knocked out in the first round of the playoffs. The Vikings had a really good year last year. They got knocked out first round of the playoffs. Vikings had some amazing games last year. That Colts game was amazing.
Always choke.
We were down like 33-0.
They always choke.
The Bills game was amazing. Yeah. You know, we actually have a better record than your team, so.
Show me the championships.
What? I can't live in the past.
Yeah.
Go Lions. I was all about the Lions until they got their butt kicked. I don't know what happened there, but I hope the Lions win the division and go on. It's their turn.
I think Cousins choked because he had that big Netflix documentary.
What do you mean he choked? What? He had a huge game yesterday.
He's all fired up. He's red, sweating. Yeah. Okay, everyone. Well, we're gonna go. What should we do? What do you want to do now? Want to hang out? Want to hold hands?
Oh, jeez.
Want to make out?
No, they don't.
I'm exhausted. I'm gonna rest.
What time is it? Jesus.
Okay, goodbye, everyone. Thank you. I'm
Bye.
trying to make him do a live video once a week, but he's hard to pin down. He's a busy guy. The bagster. Okay, goodbye.